Hey everyone, it's the Gadget Guru. Recently, there's been a lot of new decks coming into the meta, and among these have been lots of OTKs. I'm seeing more and more OTK and FTK decks running around there. Um, they're a lot easier to do in this meta because it's not so fast anymore. Some of the most popular ones are Frog OTK using Mass Driver and Reverence Toad, or Substin Toadin was what it's named in America. I don't know. It's a common in Shining Darkness. But yeah, Substin Tonin, or its OCG name was Reverence Frog. I like that name better. I don't know about the new one. You get the OTK with Mass Driver running around with that. You've got the Exodia FTK with the Dragon Tech in it. And if you don't know what that is, it's an Exodia deck, and it just uses cards of consonants, trade-in, Blue Eyes White Dragons, all that kind of stuff. It just discards them and then draws and all kinds of stuff like that. You have the Magical Explosion OTK with the Royal Magical Library, which just goes spell, 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 draw, spell, 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 draw, spell, 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 draw, and it just keeps doing that over and over the entire game. And then it gets Magical Explosions and sets them and activates them and wins the game right there. So you got those. You've also got the alternate one that uses the same tactic with Blasting the Ruins. The only upside to that, I guess, is that you can activate it with no cards in. You can activate it with cards in hand or something. Because I think Magic Explosion has to have no cards in hand to be used or something. I'm not too sure on that, but I think so. So people use Blasting the Ruins over it. Another one is the Infernity OTK. If you probably should know this already, but if you don't, you ditch like Beetle and Archfiend, activate Infernity Launcher, tribute it, get Beetle and Archfiend back. Archfiend effect searches another launcher, activate launcher, tribute Beetle, get 2 Beetles, synchro, tribute launcher, get Archfiend and Beetle, search again for another one, synchro again, you know, and you can just keep synchroing. You can drop like 4 synchros in a single turn. It's ridiculous. So it's getting really popular. Also, another one that's been around. I don't think it's been around too long, but I guess it has been around for a while. Ojama OTK. And actually, like, before you say, well, nobody uses that, one topped at my regional. It topped 16 at our last regional, so don't tell me they're not around. Trust me, I was surprised as hell to see that there. So you did that, and then the last one is the Exodia OTK that uses Veil of Darkness and Heart of Darkness. If you don't know what that is, the entire deck is a bunch of draw cards, hand destruction, reload, reckless greed, common charity, etc. And literally what it is you rely on 2 cards, Veil of Darkness and Heart of Veil of Darkness and Heart of the Underdog. Veil of Darkness is when you draw a dark monster, you can send it to the grave to draw another card. Heart of Darkness is when you draw a normal monster, you can reveal it to draw another card. So literally, you just start stacking those. You draw a normal dark, you discard it, you draw 2 cards. I mean, you see what I'm getting at? And you just keep doing that, go through your entire deck, and then just like win with Exodia, like second turn. It's pretty ridiculous. So, you know, with a lot of these coming out and a lot of people running them now, I kind of want to make a video on how to maybe combat them, and you know, some just common sideboard options that are good in your side deck for other decks, but also can destroy these decks. So you may want to start thinking about them. The first one is cards like MST or Twister. These cards are good because they can be used to destroy Mass Driver in Frog. They can be used to destroy Launcher and Infinities. They can destroy Veil of Darkness or Heart of the Underdog in the Exodia. They can destroy the field card in the Magical Explosion or Blasting the Ruins in the Royal Magical Library OTK thing. You know, I personally side 3 Twister, 1 MST. I do this because I play gadgets and I really dislike Skill Drain. But, so it's good against Skill Drain, it's good against removal like Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure. It's good against Solidarity. If you're playing Solidarity and they attack, you can activate this and destroy their Solidarity. So overall, it's a really good card. But it also will stop these, help you with these OTK decks. Now, if it FTKs, like the Dragon Exodia one or the Frog one, it can kill you on the first turn. And if it does that, there's nothing you can really do about it, unfortunately. You kind of just have to say, well, that was kind of stupid. I need to move on, because there's really nothing you can do about it. The next card is a spell card called Prohibition. Prohibition is just amazing because you declare one card regardless of what the card is, and you basically, your opponent cannot play that card. So if you're versing, I don't know, say you're versing Frog OTK, you can declare Mass Driver. They can't play Mass Driver. You can declare whatever card that will hurt them. Against the Dragons, declare Super Rejuvenation. Against Magical Explosion, declare Magical Explosion. Against Infernities, declare Launcher or Archfiend even. So, very good card. I packed 3 of it. It's amazing versus OTK decks, also win condition decks, such as Destiny Board or Final Countdown. I don't think I'll run into them, but if I do, I've got Prohibition to stop them. Prohibition is a very good card in this meta because it can stop every one of these decks on this list. You Prohibition, whatever you don't want them playing, and they pretty much can't play it. So, very good card. The last card I want to talk about is also very good in any side deck, and I think will be very good against these decks, is DD Crow. Crow with Frog OTK with Mass Driver, you can remove their Substitute or their Reverend Toden or whatever. Substin-Toden, I think that's the name. Substin-Toden, I don't know. Such a stupid name. I'm just gonna call it Reverence Toad, okay? You can remove their Reverence Toad from play, and they can't keep bringing it back for Mass Driver plays. If you're versing Exodia FTK, you can remove dragons from the graveyard so they can draw less for Super Rejuvenation. For Magical Explosion, not much you can do against that, unfortunately. Magical Explosion is a weird OTK deck, but it's not very stable either. So, Infernity OTK, very good against. Well, sorry, I forgot to kind of say this. These also can be used against Ojama Country in the Ojama OTK. And then Prohibition can be used against Ojama Delta Hurricane, so they can't OTK you with it. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, against the Infernity OTK, they Tribute Launcher, try and get some stuff back. Crow, their Archfiend, and they just have a 1200 attack tuner, and they're like, crap, that's not very good. There goes my OTK. Same with the... Sorry. Same with the Ojamas. If you kill one of them and they're in the grave and they try and bring it back, you can decrone. This isn't as good against the Ojama OTK, but it's still good. These cards are amazing in the sideboard because not only do they stop these decks, but they can stop lots of other decks. I mean, DD Crows can be used against Lightsworn, can be used against normal Infinities, it can be used against zombies, it can be used against anything that deals with the graveyard. Even Machinas. Twisters in space, like I said, can be used against Black Whirlwind. They can be used against Solidarity. They can be used against like Black Garden and stuff. You verse plants. They've got lots of uses. They're just really good. Stop Decree. Stop everything else. And then Prohibition, like I said, Prohibition is amazing. It can stop any card any card you want to stop. You're versing, say, I don't know, say you're versing a Synchro Cat, just declare Stardust. They can't play Stardust. So it's just like whatever you don't want them to play, just declare it. They can't play it. It's very simple. So these are just some easy side deck options that can destroy these OTK, FTK decks running around right now. As I said, if you're going to a regionals, honestly, you should probably have some way of stopping these kind of decks. If you run into this and people are playing these, then it's really gonna suck if you don't have some way to stop it. So, I'm just these are good ways to stop them, but they're also playable against other decks. That's why I should just run these. Is there other cards that could stop these decks? Oh yeah, there's cards that would destroy these decks, but they would not be good unless it was just versus this deck, so there's no point in playing them. And really that's all there is to it. I'm probably gonna make another video on one of the more hyped up ones, which is the Exodia FTK with Dragon Tech in it. I've heard a lot of people hyping that up, saying, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing! It's amazing! It's amazing!" But actually, some of the rulings on it kind of kill the deck, so I'm gonna go over that and break that down for you guys and stuff, probably in another video. But this one was just to show you kind of how to counter these decks and just to watch out for them. So this has been the Gadget Guru. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, bye.